All right, let's jump into some wild, surprising, interesting, random facts. Some of these might just blow your mind. First up, China. It's massive, right? But did you know, despite its size, the entire country runs on just one time zone? Yep, no matter where you are, it's always Beijing time. Now let's talk about Panama hats. These stylish hats actually come from Ecuador, but they were shipped through Panama before heading out to the rest of the world. That's where the name stuck. Go figure. Botanically speaking, pumpkins are fruits. They are specifically classified as a type of berry, which is a fleshy fruit that typically has many seeds and a thin skin. While pumpkins may not be as sweet as other fruits, they still fit the botanical definition. Just like human fingerprints, gorilla noses have unique patterns and wrinkles that can be used to identify individual gorillas. Scientists and conservationists use close-up photos of their noses to tell them apart. Koalas are pretty adorable, but what they do to protect their babies, not so cute. Since eucalyptus leaves are toxic, especially for baby koalas, the mamas feed them with their own poop. Yep, it's packed with microbes to help the little ones build their immune systems. We can determine the age of a blue whale by examining its earwax. As the whale grows, layers of earwax build up, darker layers for migration periods and lighter ones for feeding times. Each pair of dark and light layers corresponds to 1 year of the whale's life. Add them up and you get the whale's age. You might know The Little Prince as a beloved classic, but did you know it's also the most translated book in the world, besides religious texts? Nepal's flag? The only one that's not a rectangle. It's made up of 2 triangles symbolizing the mountains and the Nepalese people's resilience. And also Switzerland's flag is square. Orangutan mothers are known for their exceptionally long breastfeeding period. They typically nurse their young for around 7 years, which is one of the longest of any mammal. While it may seem surprising, more people have walked on the moon than have been born in Antarctica. As of now, 12 individuals have set foot on the moon, while only 11 people have been born in Antarctica. Ostrich eggs are the largest single cells on Earth. You might think burning steel wool would make it lighter, but it actually gets heavier because it grabs oxygen from the air and turns into iron oxide, aka rust. The extra weight of the oxygen atoms means steel wool gets heavier as it burns. Many people believe David Bowie had different colored eyes, but he suffered from a condition called Anisocoria. So what is Anisocoria? It's a condition characterized by unequal pupil sizes in the eyes. In Sir David's case, one of his pupils was permanently dilated, giving the illusion of 2 different eye colors. Tour de France cyclists are next-level athletes. They burn a staggering amount of calories during the race, up to 8,000 per day. Over the course of the grueling 21-stage race and 3,351 kilometers or 2,082 miles, the 176 participating cyclists will collectively burn around 25 million calories. That's a lot of calories. Now for a space fact. Neptune has the fastest winds in our solar system. These winds can hit up to 1,500 miles per hour, or 2,414 kilometers per hour, faster than the speed of sound here on Earth. It's all thanks to Neptune's crazy internal heat and rapid rotation. Fish are the most diverse group of vertebrates out there, with an estimated 34,000 species swimming around. That's more than the number of amphibians, birds, reptiles, and mammals combined. Talk about biodiversity. Lions were once the most widely distributed large mammals on Earth. Their range extended from Great Britain to Russia, and even as far south as California. However, their dominance began to decline around 12,000 years ago, likely due to factors such as climate change and human activity. In 2020, a new species of millipede was discovered that broke the record for the most legs on any animal. Named Eumillipes persephone, This remarkable creature has a staggering 1,306 legs. Prior to this discovery, the most legs found on a millipede was 818. A single adult oyster can filter up to 50 gallons or 189 liters of water per day. They belong to a group of animals called suspension feeders. These animals filter their food from the water around them, using specialized structures to capture microscopic particles. Other examples of suspension feeders include barnacles, clams, and sponges. Seabirds migrating to the Arctic each year contribute a significant amount of ammonia to the atmosphere. This ammonia, released through their excrement, mixes with water vapor, forming clouds that can help to cool the Arctic by blocking sunlight. Crazy, right? Here's a spicy tidbit. Portuguese traders played a significant role in introducing chili peppers to India in the 16th century. Prior to this introduction, Indian cuisine primarily relied on black pepper. Also, the first Europeans to visit Japan were shipwrecked Portuguese sailors in 1543. Portuguese influence on Japanese society persists in dishes like tempura. The Great Lisbon Earthquake of 1755 was a devastating disaster that struck on All Saints' Day, a major Catholic holiday. The earthquake destroyed much of the city, killing tens of thousands. This event shook people's faith and raised questions about God's power and the meaning of suffering. The earthquake also triggered widespread fires, further exacerbating the destruction. While some less religious buildings survived, many churches were reduced to rubble, challenging the belief in religious protection. The name Mercedes-Benz comes from a blend of personal and historical roots. Mercedes was the name of Mercedes Jelinek, the daughter of Emil Jelinek, a businessman who sold and raced cars for Daimler Motorengesellschaft, DMG. Due to the success of these vehicles, DMG adopted Mercedes as a brand name in 1902. Benz comes from Carl Benz, the inventor of the first true automobile and founder of Benz and Cie. In 1926, DMG and Benz and Cie merged, creating the Mercedes-Benz brand, combining these two influential names. October 31, 2000 was the last time all of humanity was on Earth. Since then, there has always been at least one person in space. The International Space Station, ISS, is the most expensive object ever created. With a price tag exceeding $100 billion and requiring billions more annually for maintenance, it's a massive investment. The ISS is a marvel of engineering, but its high cost is a reflection of the complexity and challenges involved in building and operating a permanent human outpost in space. But hey, space exploration doesn't come cheap. Greenland holds the title of the world's least densely populated country. Despite its massive size, Greenland has a population of only around 56,000 people, which translates to an incredibly low population density of approximately 0.07 people per square mile. Despite their diverse sizes and shapes, most mammals share a common anatomical feature. They all have 7 cervical vertebrae in their necks. The exceptions to this rule are manatees, 2-toed sloths, and 3-toed sloths, which have slightly different numbers of cervical vertebrae. Although the Cross of the Red Cross is not religious in nature, the organization's humanitarian workers in predominantly Muslim countries instead wear a red crescent. Dinosaurs lived during a time when the day was only about 23 hours long. Saturn has an average density less than water. It would actually float in water if you had a big enough tub. Approximately 35% of all fish caught globally is not consumed. This phenomenon, known as bycatch, occurs when unintended species are caught while targeting more valuable fish. Additionally, in developing countries with limited refrigeration infrastructure, many fish spoil before they can be consumed or processed. Bycatch and post-harvest losses contribute to significant waste in the global fisheries industry, raising concerns about sustainability and resource management. Helium was the first element detected in the Sun before it was found on Earth. In 1868, during a solar eclipse, astronomers observed a bright yellow line in the sun's spectrum that couldn't be attributed to any known element. This new element was named helium, after the Greek word helios, meaning sun. The king cobra, or Ophiophagus hana, is the longest venomous snake in the world. With recorded lengths of up to 5.7 meters or 19 feet, it's a truly impressive creature. It's also the largest member of the elapid family, which includes other venomous snakes like cobras, mambas, and taipans. Your smartphone? It's like a mini periodic table containing around 80% of all non-radioactive elements. Pretty cool when you think about it. A little creepy but cool, head lice actually color their eggs to match the hair of the person they infest. Gross, but you gotta admire their dedication to blending in. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you had fun learning these cool facts, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and tap the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Catch you in the next one.